Today we're learning the basics of accounting, the very basics on which a whole accounting is dependent or we follow the accounting principles. First of all, we need to understand the different types of account. So there are different types of account. Types of account. So types of account, we have two main categories of account. One is personal account and second is impersonal account. In personal account, again, we have three categories over here. One is natural personal account. Then we have artificial personal account. We have artificial personal account, and then we have representative personal account. So what are natural personal accounts? Natural persons like me and you are natural personal accounts. Like Sachin, Ramesh Tendulkar, Mukesh Ambani, Kapil Dev, Narendra Modi, Mahesh Kulkarni, Alia Bhatt. So these are the examples of national personal accounts. Now, what is artificial personal accounts? All those companies we have created by human beings. या ठिकाणी मानवानी जे काही या ठिकाणी कंपनी बनवल्या आहेत ते आर्टिफिशियल पर्सनल अकाउंट्स आहेत. या ठिकाणी स्टेट बँक ऑफ इंडिया ही आर्टिफिशियल पर्सनल अकाउंट आहे. देवरोड कॅन्टोन्मेंट बोर्ड असेल, देन पुणे कॅन्टोन्मेंट बोर्ड असेल, पिंपरी चिंचवड म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन असेल, रिलायन्स इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड असेल, टाटा मोटर्स लिमिटेड कंपनी असेल, दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती ट्रस्ट असेल, लोकमान्य ब्लड बँक असेल, डॉक्टर डी.वाय. पाटील हॉस्पिटल किंवा कॉलेज असेल. सो दिस आर ऑल एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल पर्सनल अकाउंट्स. So natural personal accounts are all natural biological persons like Ramesh Tendulkar, Mukesh Ambani, Kapil Dev, Narendra Modi, Mahesh Kulkarni, Alia Bhatt, then Madhuri Dixit, and so on. Then what is artificial? Artificial is that these are being created by law. State Bank of India, Devrod Cantonment Board, Pune Cantonment Board, Pimpri Municipal Corporation, Reliance Industries Limited, Tata Motors Limited, the Dagdushet Halwai Ganpati Trust, Lokmanya Blood Bank, Dr. D.Y. Patil College. Yes, post office. That also comes under artificial personal account. Then what is representative? Personal representative accounts is capital account, drawings, outstanding expenses, income received in advance are examples of personal representative accounts. So personal accounts are three: natural, artificial, and representative. Then in impersonal, we have two accounts. And what are the two accounts we have? Hello? Nobody or only you? One second, let me check. Let me check. Hello, can you hear me, all of you, students?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Students, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Omkar?
Yes, sir.
Omkar?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
You can hear me?
Yes,
all of
sir.
I can hear also.
you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You are audible, sir. You are audible.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So then in impersonal accounts, we have two. One is your real account and second is your nominal account. We are learning today basics of accounts, and in that there are different types of account. In that, first is personal account and second is impersonal account. In personal account, we have natural accounts like Ramesh Tendulkar, Sachin Tendulkar, Mukesh Ambani, Kapil Dev, Narendra Modi, Mahesh Kulkarni, Alia Bhatt, Madhuri Dixit. These all people's name when we write in accounts will be natural personal accounts. Then these people have created some companies or people have created companies. These companies will be called as artificial personal accounts, and they are State Bank of India, Devrud Cantonment Board. Then we have uh, Pune Cantonment Board, PCMC, Reliance Industries, Tata Motors Limited, the Gurushed Halwai Ganpati Trust, Lokmanya Blood Bank, Dr. D.Y. Patil College, Hospital, Post Office. These are examples of personal artificial accounts. Then we are discussing about personal representative. Then the capital account, drawings account, outstanding expenses, income received in advance are the examples of personal representative accounts. Then in personal, we have real accounts and nominal accounts. So what are real accounts? Real accounts, again, we have in two categories. One is tangible and second is intangible. In real, we have tangible accounts and we have intangible accounts. Real accounts are asset accounts. Real accounts are asset accounts. All those accounts, all those things which we can touch and where we open the account in the books of account are called real tangible. Like we open account of plant and machinery, we can touch plant and machinery, we can touch land and building, we can touch cash, we can touch stock, that is raw material of goods. So these are examples of tangible real assets. ज्या वस्तूला आपण हात लावू शकतो, ज्याचं अकाउंट मध्ये क्रिएट केलं जातं, जसं लँड अँड बिल्डिंग असेल, प्लांट अँड मशिनरी असेल, कॅश असेल, स्टॉक असेल, फर्निचर, मोटर कार, tools, equipments are the examples of real tangible accounts. And what is the real intangible? Assets, but which we cannot touch, but which has got a value, are real intangible accounts. First is goodwill. Then we have trademark. Then we have trademark. We have copyrights, royalties, patents are the examples of intangible real assets. These assets are there, but we cannot touch them. But they got a value. They got a value in the business. And that's why they are called as real intangible. So real account is a asset account. Asset which we can touch are tangible assets, which we cannot touch but has got value are intangible assets. Then nominal account. In nominal account, what we have is two type of things. One is your expenses, and second is your income. So nominal account is taking care of all the expenses that are occurring in the business and we are noting down in the business. So what are the expenses that are happening in the business? What are the expenses we always have to pay is the telephone bill, the light bill, and the wages. Then we have to pay the interest. These are all expenses. So whatever expenses we incur in the business are your nominal account, falls under nominal account. The expenses that we incur in our business, like we pay for raw material that is purchases, we pay for telephone, we pay interest, we pay wages, we pay salaries, we pay postage telegrams, are examples of expenses, and that will come under the nominal account category. And then losses happening because of theft, because of fire are examples of losses in the business. या ठिकाणी व्यवसायामध्ये काय नुकसान होणार आहे, नुकसान कशामुळे होणार आहे, या ठिकाणी फॅक्टरीमध्ये चुकून आग लागणार आहे, त्यात आपला माल जळणार आहे, तर तो लॉस बाय फायर काय नॉमिनल अकाउंट आहे. Any asset we are selling less than the face value is again loss. In the business, if we have a motor vehicle or motor car of 10,000 and if you're selling the same at 8,000, that is 2,000 rupees loss you're incurring. So that loss on sale of asset is your nominal account. So all expenses and losses will be coming under the category of nominal accounts. And in the same account, then we will be focusing all the incomes that we're generating in the business. आपल्या व्यवसायामध्ये होणार जो उत्पन्न आहे, जो रेव्हेन्यू आपण कलेक्ट करतो, तो तुमचं नॉमिनल अकाउंट मध्ये जाणार आहे. मग या ठिकाणी व्हॉट इज द टाइप ऑफ इन्कम्स यू हॅव? यू रिसीव्ह इंटरेस्ट, यू गेट डिस्काउंट, यू गेट डिव्हिडंड, you earn money by way of sales is examples of nominal account. So nominal account has two parts. One is expenses and one is income. So income by way of receiving interest, dividend, discount, sales, commission are examples of income accounts. And gains is also there. So if you're selling any asset at a profit, that is called a gain. So that will come under nominal account. So in accounts, what we have seen today, there are two types of account, that is personal and impersonal. In accounts, there are three accounts. One is personal account, then real account, and then nominal account. तसं पाहायला गेलं तर अकाउंट्स मध्ये तीन प्रकारचे अकाउंट्स आहेत, पर्सनल अकाउंट, रिअल अकाउंट आणि नॉमिनल अकाउंट. So I'm going to revise this in a different fashion now again for you. Please pay attention. Real, personal, nominal. Real, personal, and nominal. Yes. First is personal account. Personal account refers to all accounts of the persons or companies we open in the books of account. आपल्या अकाउंटच्या बुक्स मध्ये या ठिकाणी व्यक्तीच्या नावाने किंवा एखाद्या कंपनीच्या नावाने, संस्थेच्या नावाने जे आपण अकाउंट करतो आपण पर्सनल अकाउंट करतो. लाईक वी एक्झाम्पल इज रिलायन्स इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड अकाउंट is personal account. Then Mahindra and Mahindra Limited is personal account. State Bank of India is personal account. Sunil Vanzare sir is your personal account. Sachin Tendulkar is your personal account. Alia Bhatt is your personal account. Madhuri Dixit is your personal account. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is your personal account. So all that persons by artificial or natural are coming in the category of personal accounts. And then we have second is real account. Real account refers to all asset account. Then we have what are the assets we have in business? We have land and building as one of the main assets in the business. So land and building is a real account. Then in the land and building, we have installed plant and we have machinery also. So plant and machinery is also your real account. Then we have furniture in the business, that is also we can touch. So that is a real account. So land and building, plant and machine, furniture, motor car, computer, goodwill, which we cannot touch but is asset, comes under the real account category. Goodwill, trademark, patents, copyrights are examples of real accounts. So real account, like we have two, one which we can touch and one which other is what we cannot touch. So the all assets which with all accounts which we can touch and feel are real tangible accounts, and that includes your land and building, plant and machine, furniture, cash, motor car, computers, equipments, all loose tools comes under the category of real tangible assets. And then last we have is nominal account. Lastly we have is nominal account. So in nominal account, what all things comes under this nominal account? Students, all the expenses that we incur in a business falls under the category of nominal account. Expenses like we pay for the raw material, we purchase raw material. So purchases is a nominal account. Then wages is a nominal account. Interest that you pay is a nominal account. You pay for postage and telegram is your nominal account. You pay for printing and stationery is a nominal account. You're paying the rent for the factory or office, that is again nominal account because it's expense. You're paying salaries to the staff, that is also your nominal account. You're paying for advertisement, again it's a nominal account. You're paying for transportation, that is carriage, freight, import duty, custom duty, all comes under your nominal account. So nominal account takes care of all the expenses at one side. And also in nominal account, we account for all the income. The main income is that you produce, you convert raw material to finished goods and we sell, and the money that we receive is called as sales. That is main revenue income. We receive we sell goods and we earn in money. That is sales is your income account. That comes under your nominal account. So sales is there. We receive dividend. We receive interest. We received commission. We receive rent. We received profit on sale of asset. Profit on sale of assets. These are all the examples of nominal account. So in accounts, there are three types of account. One is personal account, second is real account, and third is nominal account. Now, as per the accounting principles followed in the whole world, we have all accepted some rules and which we follow globally, and I'm going to write that rules. Please make a note of it. So what are the different types of rule? And we'll learn now. The golden rules that are followed throughout the world are summarized this way. So for personal account, then we have real, and then we have nominal. In whole of the world, all of the companies, all the accountants are following some principles. And what is the principle? When we are doing accounting for personal account, we follow a rule, that is we have to debit the receiver. Debit the receiver. And then the second part of it is credit the giver. So this is the golden rule for personal account. तुम्ही जेव्हा अकाउंटिंग करत आहात स्टुडंट्स, तर तुम्हाला जेव्हा पर्सनल अकाउंटशी या ठिकाणी काही नोंदणी करायची असेल, अकाउंटिंग करत असेल, तर जो व्यक्ती या ठिकाणी काही वस्तूचं घेत आहे, सेवा घेत आहे, त्याला काही मिळत आहे, जो रिसिव्हर आहे त्याला डेबिट करावं लागतं. जो त्या ठिकाणी वस्तू देत आहे, पैसे देत आहे, काय पुरवत असेल, डेट असेल, तो त्याला काय करायचं, क्रेडिट करायचं आहे. सो द सिंपल रूल फॉर पर्सनल अकाउंट इज डेबिट द रिसिव्हर and credit the giver. In real account, the rule is debit what comes in. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out is the golden rule for real account. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out is the rule for real account. कुठलाही अकाउंट जे रिअल कॅटेगरी मध्ये या ठिकाणी क्लासिफाय होत असेल, तर तुम्ही त्या अकाउंटला काय डेबिट करायचं, काय क्रेडिट करायचंय, यासाठी फक्त एक प्रश्नाचं उत्तर तुम्हाला सांगणार आहे की ती वस्तू येत आहे का जात आहे. If anything is coming in, we should debit that. If something is going out, we have to credit that item. That is the rule for accounting for real accounts. Then we talk about nominal accounts. Nominal account, the golden rule is debit all the expenses and losses. Debit all the expenses and losses. And credit all the incomes and gains. Credit all the incomes and gains. So this is the simple golden rules of accounting. In personal, debit the receiver, credit the giver. In real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal, debit all the expenses and losses and credit all the incomes and gains. If you apply this rule, then it will be very easy for you to do accounting, debit and credit, whether you're from commerce student or non-commerce background. So I'll take one simple example, how this rule gets applicable and everything. The transaction example is paid cash rupees 500 for telephone expense. You paid the telephone bill or you paid for telephone expenses. So this is a financial transaction. What is a financial transaction? एखाद्या व्यवहारामध्ये जेव्हा एखादी वस्तू किंवा सेवा या ठिकाणी विकत घेण्यासाठी आपण पैसे देतो किंवा घेतो, त्याला आपण फायनान्शियल ट्रान्झॅक्शन म्हणू शकतो. Anything bought or sold, whether for cash or credit, whether we are taking any services, that transaction is a financial transaction. In this transaction, financial transaction, there are two important aspects that are covering. One is the cash and second is telephone expense. तर या व्यवहारामध्ये फायनान्शियल ट्रान्झॅक्शन मध्ये काय आहे की टेलिफोनचं बिल या ठिकाणी 500 रुपयांनी आपण पे केलेलं आहे. इन दिस ट्रान्झॅक्शन देयर आर टू कॉम्पोनंट्स, वन इज कॅश अँड सेकंड इज टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेस. या ठिकाणी तुम्ही कॅशला हात लावू शकता, म्हणजे कॅश कोणता अकाउंट आहे, रिअल टँजिबल. अँड टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेस म्हणजे खर्च आहे, खर्च म्हणलं कोणता अकाउंट आहे, ते नॉमिनल अकाउंट आहे. इट्स अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट. सो द रूल फॉर रिअल अकाउंट इज डेबिट व्हॉट कम्स इन. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. In nominal account, what is the rule? Debit all the expenses and losses and credit all the incomes and gains is the rule. Cash ला आपण हात लावू शकतो म्हणून ते कोणता अकाउंट आहे, रिअल टँजिबल आहे. टेलिफोन हा खर्च आहे म्हणून ते नॉमिनल अकाउंट आहे. So when we are paying telephone bill, in that case, cash is coming in or cash is going out, cash चाललेली आहे, आपण टेलिफोन बिल भरतोय, सो त्याला क्रेडिट करणं गरजेचं आहे. टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेस जेव्हा आपण टेलिफोन बिल भरतो तर आपला इन्कम होत आपला खर्च होतो म्हणजे त्याला काय केलं पाहिजे एक्सपेन्सेस म्हणजे काय हे डेबिट आहे सो ऑटोमॅटिकली इफ यू सी वन डेबिट अँड वन क्रेडिट because we are applying the golden rules of accounting. When you are applying the golden rules of accounting, automatically you get the correct answer. One is debit and one is credit. कशाला डेबिट करायचं टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेसला तर अकाउंटिंग मध्ये त्याची जर्नल एंट्री अशी पास होईल इन अकाउंटिंग द एंट्री विल बी लाईक दिस टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेस अकाउंट डेबिट 500 टू या ठिकाणी काय गेलेलं आहे कॅश गेलेली आहे टू कॅश 500 ब्रॅकेट मध्ये being telephone expenses paid being telephone bill paid in cash. So this is the accounting entry for any financial transaction. First is you need to analyze the transaction, find out what are the two components involved in the transaction, underline the two components, identify which account it relates to. After you identify that which account it is, then write the rule of the account, golden rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Same year, debit all the expense losses and credit all the incomes and gains. Then analyze what is happening with that account. If you're talking about, if you're discussing about this example, wherein I have said paid cash 500 for telephone expenses, in this, I'm trying to analyze whether cash is coming in or cash is going out. So when I'm paying a telephone bill, 100% cash is going out. So the account cash has to be credited. Then when I'm talking about telephone expenses, it falls under nominal account category. And the rule is debit all the expenses or losses, credit all the incomes and gains. Now I'm imagining whether when I'm paying a telephone bill, that means it is not an income for me, but for me it is definitely expense. So I have to debit the account. So when you apply the rule, automatically one debit and another credit things happens over here. So according to that, we'll pass a journal entry and the journal entry will be telephone expenses account debit 500 to cash 500 and narration will be being telephone bill paid, being telephone bill paid. So this is one example of a transaction, how it has been analyzed. I'll take one more example. If you want to write, you can write it. I'm going to send the video. Don't worry about that. Shall I take another example?
Yes, sir.
I'll take one more example for you. Okay, so I'll take one more example. Yes, received commission. The example is received commission. Rupees 150 from Nitin. Received commission rupees 150 in cash. I will correct my transaction in cash. Received commission 115, cash is one transaction. In this financial transaction, there are two aspects. And what is the first aspect? That we are talking about commission. Second is cash. या आर्थिक व्यवहारामध्ये दोन घटक इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत, ते म्हणजे काय या ठिकाणी, एक तर कमिशन आहे आणि दुसरं काय कॅश आहे. कॅशला तुम्ही हात लावू शकता, हे तुम्ही चांगलं या ठिकाणी लक्षात आहे तुमच्या. ते कोणतं अकाउंट आहे? रिअल टँजिबल. And here commission is like we are receiving commission means income. So it is a nominal account. So it is a nominal account. Receiving commission is one aspect in the transaction. So it is coming under nominal account, and cash we can touch. So it is a real tangible. So what is the rule for cash here? Debit what comes in? Sorry, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. For nominal account, what is the rule? For nominal account, the rule is debit all the expenses and losses and credit all the incomes and gains. So received commission 115 cash. Now let's focus on cash. Received means cash is coming, no? Cash is coming in. So coming in means what? Debit. Coming in means what? Debit. So I'll debit cash. It is coming in. Now, when I'm receiving cash as a commission, so commission is not an expense, it is income for me. So commission is a income. So I have to credit this. So I have to credit. So I have understood which account now has to be debited and which account has to be credited. So I have to debit cash account. So entry will be cash account debit 150 to what is the other account? Commission. To commission account. To commission account 150. Being commission received. Narration will be being commission received. So this is how any transaction is been analyzed. Identify what are the two accounts involved in the transaction. Identify that, classify to which category it will fall, then write the rule of the account. After writing the rule of the account, analyze actually what is happening with the rule. Cash is coming or going in, and then tick mark, and then automatically you get the solution to the answer that what is the real accounting entry for this.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, if it was from Nitin, then
Ah.
which account it would have been?
Okay. Very good. So I'll correct this and I'll write the same new example over here. I'll take an example where we are considering three names coming in the transaction. Yes, request is there about a transaction, how it will be written. So the transaction is paid rupees 200 to Mr. Nitin for auto fare. So someone from the office is traveling to Pune or any other place, and he has paid the auto fare to a driver called Nitin, Ola cab driver, whatever. The amount paid is 200. Now, if you focus on this transaction, there are three aspects over here. There are three aspects, and the aspects is paid means here cash is understood. You're paid, but cash is silent. So cash is one aspect, Nitin is second aspect, and auto fare is third aspect. So in cash transactions, my dear students, please remember, we never focus on the person to whom we have paid the cash or received the cash. He's only a mediator. He's only an agent of receiving or giving the cash. He's only a person who is going to receive the cash or pay the cash. So in a cash transaction, when a person's name is included, we have to forget, we have to ignore the person's name in that. and we need to continue with the other transaction. So in this transaction, what is there? Cash is there and auto fare is there. So in auto fare, in accounts, we call it as conveyance. In accounts, the auto fare, the Ola cab, bus fare is called as conveyance for accounting purposes. Now, what about cash? Can we touch cash? Yes. So cash is what account? Real tangible. And auto fare conveyance. Conveyance is what? We are paying auto fare. We're not purchasing the auto rickshaw. We're paying for the expenses. So conveyance is expense. Expense means which account? Nominal account. Then what is the rule for nominal account and what is the rule for real account? The rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. In nominal account, what is the rule? Debit all the expenses and losses and credit all the incomes and gains. So when we are paying cash to the auto driver, what is happening? Cash is coming or going out? Cash is going out. Cash is going out. And when we're talking about paying the auto bill, then it is expense, so it is debited. So what is the entry in that case? Debit has to be conveyance. So the entry would be conveyance account debit. Conveyance account debit 200 to cash is going out to cash account 200 being cash paid to auto. Being cash paid to auto. So this would be the entry in that case. So in a cash transaction, my dear students, we will never focus on the person. If I ask my office staff to go to a shop and buy a pen for me, so I will not write the office staff's name in the books of account. I will not write the shopkeeper's name who received the cash. I will ignore both the parties who are receiving and giving cash. One thing is there from my office cash is going out, and second I'm purchasing stationery. So the transaction will have two components, stationery and cash. And repeat, if I'm asking my staff to go down and purchase a pen for me, in that case, the staff who is going down and the person on the other hand who is collecting the cash, both the persons will be ignored in the transaction. Cash is going out, expenses are being incurred. That is very important. So this is how the transactions will be done. Next. One more example we'll take.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, any example with personal account means anything
Immediate.
that will
Yes.
help us identify?
Immediately. Yes, a transaction with a personal account or a person who is involved and his name is included. Yes, I will write it. Purchased computer of rupees 25,000 from Vijay Sales Corporation. Vijay Sales Corporation. So in this transaction, we are purchasing a computer of 25,000 and we are purchasing from Vijay Sales. Now, one thing is very sure from this transaction. Is it very clear that we paid the money to Vijay Sales? In this transaction, is it mentioned that we
Yes.
have paid for that? No, we have purchased, but we not paid. In this transaction, please remember we have purchased a computer, but nowhere in this whole sentence, there is a signal that we paid the money. So this transaction is a sort of credit transaction where payment is not made immediately. And the person, the other party who is involved in this is Vijay Sales Corporation. So in this transaction, there are two components involved. One is computer and second is Vijay Sales Corporation. Computer you can touch, so it is real tangible. And Vijay Sales Corporation is a company made by person, so it is a personal account. So it is a personal account. So what is the rule for real account? Real account rule is debit what comes in. What is the rule? Debit what comes in. And what is the other rule then? Credit what goes out. And here for personal account, what is the rule for personal account? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. So I'll write here, debit the receiver. And next is credit the giver. So what is happening now in this transaction? Purchasing computer means purchase computers coming in or going out? It is coming in. Computer is coming in. Yes. So it is debit. And who is supplying the computer? Vijay Sales is not receiving anything. On the other hand, is giving us the computer. So he's a giver. So one debit and another credit. So what is the entry for this? Computer account debit. The entry would be computer account debit 25,000 to the person supplying is Vijay Sales Corporation 25,000 being computer purchased on credit. Being computer purchased on credit. This is the entry and transaction for this. So this was a bonus lecture. I'd already completed this, but I hope you have understood to some extent.